Welcome back everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So, it's currently 30th of September, so it's been 3 days since my competition. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record a show day. I recorded all the footage of the peak week, but it wasn't great and it ended up turning into more like what I eat in a day kind of style of video, so it wasn't the most entertaining. My plan was to actually do a show day video and show it on the channel, because ever since I started this channel I've been talking a lot about the competition I was going to do. I've mentioned it in almost every video, so unfortunately couldn't get any footage. Firstly, because the day that the tickets were going on sale, I was told that they were going on sale at 1 PM. So I came home at 3 PM, went to buy them, and they were all sold out, and apparently they sold out in like 10 minutes. And I tried really hard to get tickets because I wanted to bring in Josh to do some recording and make a good video out of it. I also wanted a couple of my friends to come as well, so sadly I couldn't, and I tried very hard to see if I could actually get tickets even though they were all sold out, or some way to get someone else. We were also told in an email that we couldn't bring in any camera people or bring any camera people backstage or anything. The reason why also everything sold out so fast and we couldn't bring in people is because of the COVID restrictions. They were only letting a certain amount of people into the venue. Unfortunately, I couldn't make a show day video, so the result of the show was that I came fourth in my class. So very happy with that, and I brought out the best physique I've ever had in my life. Like, I couldn't have been happier with how I looked. Unfortunately though, I put a lot of pressure on myself through the middle of prep. The goal in the beginning, when I decided to someday step on stage and do a natural men's physique competition, was, sorry, the tan is still on me as well. I wasn't thinking about placing or getting trophies or medals. I just wanted to be the best version of myself and just compete in a natural bodybuilding competition. So in the middle of this prep, I started putting a lot of pressure on myself. I said to myself, I have to place top 3 no matter what. I was like, I have to get a medal, I have to get a trophy. So I put a lot of pressure on myself, and then in the last couple of weeks I was kind of like, shit, what happens if I don't? I'm after putting all this pressure on myself, and now what if I don't get a medal or a trophy, or if I don't place in the top 3? But that's not what the sport is about. I had a chat with Ian, my coach, who did a great job of me right away, shout out to him. And like he said, like, he's a man who's been competing 11 years and has done over 16 competitions, and he said to me, that's not why we do the sport. We do the sport to be the best versions of ourselves, to stand on stage and display it. And I'm a bit sickened as well, because in previous years with the NBFI you got a big 4th place medal. Sorry, actually I'm just going to show on the screen, I'm going to show the month 2 years ago when I decided I wanted to go compete someday, and I'm going to show the morning of the show to show what I looked like 2 years and then what I brought my body to be now. And I'm extremely happy with what I brought out, so I'm excited now to see what will come the next 2 years. So if I can do that for myself in 2 years, naturally what's the next 2 years going to bring. So anyway, and I'll show some stage photos as well, which I got, which I'm really happy with, since there's no stage footage on the day anyway, right? So I was obviously looking at Instagram and just checking, like, I was looking at the bodybuilding classes and all the other ones that were on before me, just seeing how everyone was getting on. And there was a guy I saw who came second in the bodybuilding class. So yeah, then anyway, for my class we called to go pump up and get ready to go on stage. Next minute, that guy who came second in the bodybuilding class came along, and I was thinking, I was like, oh shit, I'm going to be going on stage against someone from the bodybuilding class. I was like, so yeah, that guy ended up coming second in it. So fair fucks him and the other lads who placed in the top 3. But it just shows, like, with bodybuilding, you can't control who shows up on the day. You can only control what you can do with yourself. Like, the only thing you have control over is how much you give into your prep, how much you give your diet, your training, everything you do outside, your sleep. Everything has to be 100%. Do the best you possibly can. Leave absolutely nothing left every time you leave the gym, and that's all you can do. You can't control who shows up. Like, I don't have the best genetics in the world for bodybuilding, so I have to work extra hard, you know, things like that. So I'm aware of that, like, so I just know how hard I have to work. So yeah, that's it, I suppose, really. It's all over and done with now. It's so weird, like the past 2 years, all I've been thinking about was this competition, and now that it's over, I honestly don't know what to do with myself. Like, it's so weird trying to readjust back to normal life after coming off a competition prep. So anyone who's competed in the past can definitely relate. So the plan of now is, so I want to take at least 12 months away from worrying about getting ripped. So I want to take more than 12 months to add on as much mass and strength as possible, and to let my muscles mature and just build a wider frame, so that the next time I do cut down, I'll be a different Jamie, essentially. Because I went through 2 bulks before this competition. I made a massive difference than what I looked like a couple of years ago, back when I did Mr. Ireland, back when I was doing MMA and other sports. So like, if I can do that in 2 years, I can't wait to see what I can do within the next 2 years. So I'm going to take those 12 months off. I'm going to focus more on my social life now, which I also had to sacrifice leading up to this competition, and I can also return to doing all the old hobbies and sports that I used to love, which also got pushed aside. Like, I can't wait to go back and do boxing. I want to do calisthenics, my gymnastic style training. I want to start doing more plyometric stuff, all the stuff that I couldn't do before. Also do a bit of surfing, and just enjoy my life a little bit now that it's over. So yeah, that's my plan anyway. I haven't made any decision yet about return to the stage, so I'm just going to take it as that for now. And hopefully I will someday, but I know what I have to do now. I know what I have to work on. I swear to God, lads, going through prep is an extremely hard thing. Like, especially the last 2 weeks, I was that much away so many times from just saying no, I'm not doing it. But like, I came so far to turn back. Like, a competition prep can really make or break you, and that's no joke. Like it's not for everyone. Going through competition prep isn't like a thing where it's like, oh yeah, sure, anyone can do it. No, not everyone can do it. Like, it really is. It will test your will. It will test you as a person. So that's my experience with it. I've done it, so if I do prep again, I know exactly what to do right and what not to do. Because I think there was 1 or 2 mistakes made leading in. Kind of, they're not huge mistakes, but they're just small things. But I think if they were adjusted, there could be a massive difference next time, if that makes sense. So yeah, thanks for watching anyway, everybody. I hope you're all well, and I'll definitely be back soon with more videos, because we've got some good stuff planned coming up in the next few weeks. Thank you and good luck.